guys, it's Jane with HustlePaintball.com, and I'm super excited today because we've got the major paintball mines in. Now, before we even get started talking about them, I want to reiterate something. Be careful, okay? Safety comes first with these because they are highly pressurized and extremely sensitive. Last thing we need is you to poke your eye out or get hit in the face with paint when you don't mean to. So, always wear your mask when you're working on them, and don't ever forget that. Second thing, it only uses one kind of paint. This is the Venom paint pack from Major Paintball. Now this stuff glows. I mean, glows, okay? If you get hit with this, we all know you got hit with a mine and not a paintball. It's awesome. So let's get started. This is the M12 Ti Tripwire Mine. It's a little mine, it's directional, but it does the job. Once someone steps on that tripwire, boom, it goes off. Over here, I've got the M80 Landmine. This is pressure sensitive, meaning if they step on it, huge capacity reservoir of paint just shoots up. It's fantastic. Next, and the mother of all mines, is the Mastermind. This little piece of equipment here holds a lot of paint, contrary to what it looks like, and it's directional. So each side can face a different way. Doesn't matter who trips it, the entire team could get hit. So here I've opened up the Mastermind. We've got, of course, the mine itself, and the tripwire, a stake, and the instructions on how the mine works. Now, if you worked with the M12 Ti mine, you'll find that the Mastermind is very similar to that. So let's break it down and take a closer look. Here's the Mastermind. As you can see, it's quite a bit larger than the M12 Ti Tripwire Mine. Now, it's got these great caps on the end, which, once you get open, allows you to fill both sides with paint, and in doing so, is about double the capacity of the tripwire mine. Once you're done, you can put the caps back on for easy transport so you're not spilling paint everywhere. Now, I do have to say, with the caps on, I don't think the CO2 cartridge will have enough pressure to push those caps off in order to send the paint flying. So make sure those are off before you set the mine. The great thing about the Mastermind is these two sections are disjointed, which means I can set this mine to go in two directions, in almost any direction I want it to go in. They're very easy to use and simple to set. So the rest of the Mastermind looks pretty much like the M12 Ti Tripwire Mine. Your CO2 cartridge goes here, and here is your trigger. Now, I'm going to go through the sequences of putting this mine in action. Please, please be careful when you're doing this. Follow the instructions that come with the mine closely and make sure you're wearing your mask while doing this so it doesn't shoot you before the game even starts. First thing you want to do, of course, is pop off the caps and fill this baby with paint. Once you've done so, I mean, you can do this before the game or once you get there to set it up. Obviously, the cap should keep most of the paint in, but I wouldn't trust it jostling around in my backpack. Close that up. And the next step is to set up your tripwire. So once you find a good location for your mine, you want to take your tripwire, which I'm using the hot pink threading for, and tie a loop at the end. Once you've done so, take this loop and put it around the sear. Now, take your trigger, pull as hard as you can, and hook it onto the sear. At this point, it's pretty secure, but just to make sure, we're going to put our safety on as well. Once you've done so, go ahead and put in your CO2 tank cartridge. And screw back in. So because we're in the studio, I don't want to leave that CO2 tank in there just in case I break the camera. Go ahead and set up your tripwire mine at this point. Now you can tie it to a tree, you can try and tie it around the side of a building, wherever you want to go with it. Once you've done so, make sure you stick in your mine and face it in the directions that you need it to face. It is a directional mine, so go ahead and turn it wherever you need to. At that point, go ahead and pop those caps off. Once you've done so, we're ready to set it to live position. Please be extremely careful when you're doing this. We're going to take the safety off, make sure your mask is on, and start to slowly pull the trigger off of the groove that's cut into the sear. Now you want it to sit just above that groove without moving it. At this point, if someone touches the tripwire and pulls on it, the trigger will fling and the trigger pin will actually hit the CO2 cartridge, crack it open, send the pressure flying through the tubes, and paint out both sides. So, I've shown you how it works. Let's see it in action. We're going to use smoke simulation powder first and paint right afterwards. This should be fun. Hey guys, it's Ching and I'm outside with my mask, of course, and we're going to set off some mines. It's going to be awesome. Now, first we're going to set them off with smoke, and second we'll set them off with the paint. So, Trevor is going to be my test dummy today, and you'll get to see him get covered. Okay, so this is the Mastermind set up on top of the hay bale, and as you can see, our tripwire is running right across here. Now Trevor, say hi Trevor, is going to set it off for us. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. As you can see, it shoots both ways. Awesome. You ready, Trevor? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Woo! Here's Trevor after he got hit with the Mastermind. As you can see, he is drenched in paint. And his entire mask is covered. I'm not exactly sure how he's seeing right now. Trevor, take off your mask. Oh, he's got some on his beard and his neck. Wow, that stuff is really glowing. So here we are back in the studio, and we've just shown you how the Mastermind works in action. And I have to say, it is one of the most effective mines that we've tested so far. Now, if I've missed anything, or if you want to see more about the mine, please email us at videos@hustlepaintball.com. You can send your suggestions there as well. And, of course, you can pick up the Mastermind and all your accessories at www.hustlepaintball.com. Thanks for watching.